Fala pessoal do Entrevista, eu sou o Matheus, a gente está aqui com o Bob, produtores executivos do Shadows of Mordor, e agora a gente vai fazer umas perguntas para ele. Hello Bob.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Too.
It's a great game, but what kind of differences can we see through the Shadow of Mordor to Shadow of War, especially about mechanics?
Yeah, so everything has just kind of been expanded in a few different ways. The world is a lot bigger, there's a lot more diversity, but the heart of the game is the Nemesis system, so that's a place where we've expanded a lot. A huge amount of more diversity, variety in personalities and visuals and traits, strengths and weaknesses, and of course we pushed up to the epic scale battles of these fort assaults, and if you're going to bring a big army to a fort assault, then we need to expand the systems for building allies and the relationships that you develop with your friends as well as your enemies. So I think the improvements to the Nemesis system and the dynamics around the relationships that will emerge out of these procedural characters is really the place we put the most attention.
I really enjoyed this type of mechanics. It's for me it's a good because I'm a huge fan of Tolkien, a Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and I would like to ask you, what are the main difficulties about maintaining the consistency of the Tolkien universe and with Shadow of Mordor and the movies? There are relatives with the movies.
Right, yeah, it's not actually much of a challenge for us. We're so invested in the world and we're such big fans that we propose things, we come up with ideas, we put together concepts, and we send them all by Middle-earth Enterprises, and they review and vet and give us feedback. And so there aren't many things that we bump up against that we wish we could do and can't, because I think our ideas are so inherently grounded in our the fact that we're fans already, and so we know what the themes are and we know what's authentic to this world, and those are the kinds of ideas we have and are inspired by. So.
And about Sauron, he's the baddest villain.
That's true. Yeah.
And about our character, what more information can you give from us, since we have those things in Shadow of Mordor, and what can we expect from this one and the Shadow of War?
Yeah, so where we pick up with Talion and Celebrimbor is right where we left off in Shadow of Mordor. They're going to go forge a new Ring of Power, and Celebrimbor is convinced that he can make something that's pure, that's perfect, and untouched by the Dark Lord, and that they can actually use its power to win. Of course, that's a dangerous proposition in this world, and so you'll see a little bit of conflict there between Talion and Celebrimbor as they begin their journey, where you go right away into the human city of Minas Ithil, where it's the sort of last-ditch effort against the siege of the orcs coming in. Minas Ithil's right on the edge of Mordor, just outside the mountains there, and so we start the game by going there to try and help the humans hold out. And Celebrimbor is, he's obviously focused on the big stakes, and he's thinking on this thousands of years scale that elves can think on, and Talion is more committed to the human beings that he's seeing right now, and has more of that immediate, desire to help the people around him. So there's a little bit of that conflict right out of the gate that'll start to animate them through the story.
It's nice. I really like to play. And what message can you send from us for Brazil? Because here in Brazil, we are huge fans of Star Wars and Shadow of Mordor. And Shadow of Mordor in Brazil had a lot of success. What can you expect from this? Can you expect another success from Shadow of War? What message can you send from us?
I mean, we're certainly hoping that it does well. We think we've made every aspect of the game bigger and better by a pretty significant margin. We're really waiting to get feedback from players, and I'm really looking forward to seeing, the personal stories that come out of people's experience with the game. We put so much more into all the dynamics in the sandbox and the relationships with the orcs and everything, so that when I see a video of someone's favorite crazy moment, that I know that's going to be something that only happened to them, and that's not a scripted thing that we made everybody go through. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
For me, I really like those procedurals because it's unique for each player. It's a really good stuff you got there. Thank you so much for this interview, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much.